You're listening to the New York Sports Show, the #1 all New York sports podcast. Hosted by Dominic Konareski.
Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show, your #1 all New York sports podcast. I'm your host, Dominic Konareski. Now, folks, before we get into this video, I just want to say, if you are a New York Jets fan, well, this is the place you want to be. So I highly recommend for you to subscribe if you end up liking the vibe. And I'm actually thinking of making a weekly Jets podcast segment on here, which I think is pretty cool. I do the same thing for the New York Yankees. So let me know if that's something you would like to see. With that said, let's talk some New York Jets football. Right now, the New York Jets sit 0-2 in the win-loss column. As a whole, and with a rookie quarterback and the low expectations, you would say, oh, that's not horrible. And frankly, it's not. I mean, we've seen teams start the season 0-2 and they are able to do great things, and I cannot stress that enough. Of course, the New York Jets under rookie quarterback Zach Wilson, who went second overall in the most recent NFL draft, but he has gotten off to a nightmare of a start. He is 0-2, of course, responsible for those 2 losses, 468 yards across those 2 games, 2 touchdowns, but you know what? 5 interceptions. That's what scares me right there. He's 2-5 in the touchdown to interception ratio. Could the Jets have another seeing ghost man Sam Darnold on the team? Now, I gotta say, I did like Sam Darnold when he was a New York Jet. I feel like he did not fully get a chance. But Zach Wilson, though, he is in a much better spot than Sam Darnold was ever so far in his New York Jets career, and he is not producing whatsoever. I mean, heck, the offense has not been producing. The running game, though, I gotta say, the New York Jets running game is the best I've ever seen it in years. And I cannot stress that enough. The New York Jets have rushing on their side, and that's something that they have not had for several seasons now. I'd say the last time they actually had a good rusher, a good running back, was about 2014, 2015, to be honest with you. And that was, when Ryan Fitzpatrick was the quarterback, the guy of many teams. So Zach Wilson, of course, it takes time to adjust, but he is not playing like a superstar player. He's not even playing like a second string or a third stringer. He's playing like a guy that essentially would be an unsigned free agent by the end of the season if he keeps that up. I mean, 2-5, it's disgusting. You're top 5 and the best guys drafted in the most recent draft, and you throw 5 interceptions? That's unacceptable. And you may say, oh, Dominic, you're going too hard on this guy. He's a rookie. Yeah, he's a rookie, but the fact is, though, what other rookie do you see throw 5 interceptions, 4 in one game? You don't even see superstars. You don't even see mediocre players throw 4 interceptions in one game. That's a whole different kind of I don't even know, embarrassing. Now, the Jets as a whole, they sit last place, 4th in the AFC East, 0-2, like I said, the only team yet to win in the AFC East division. Every team in there is tied for 4th place. They're 1-1. Bills 1-1, Dolphins 1-1, Patriots 1-1. Patriots, first one of the season, came up against the New York Jets. New York Jets have allowed 44 points. They've only been able to put up 20 points, so 20-44 on that. It's not looking good. The Jets came in with not a lot expected. I'll admit that. I personally did not even expect a lot from them either, but they could win. They have a team that could win at least, I would say, 8 to 9 games this season. And now this Sunday they go up against the Denver Broncos, who yet they're undefeated, 2-0-0 in the win-loss tie column. And I gotta say, Denver Broncos are one of the biggest upset teams so far this season. Now, I really cannot stress that enough. They're led by a former New York Jets quarterback, that being Teddy Bridgewater. And the Broncos are doing something very special, I feel. Like I said, 2-0. As a whole, will they keep up this dominance the rest of the season? That's frankly, I would say, hard to say. I mean, 2 games mean nothing. Now, you could say, well, 2 games mean nothing, but you're just bashing Zach Wilson. Yeah, I am bashing Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson is supposed to be an elite player. An elite player does not throw 4 interceptions in one game. I think the dumbest thing that the Jets do, and so far they played great football as a whole this season. The defense has been great, the offense has been up and down, but the dumbest thing that the offense does is they run the ball too much. Then, of course, when it's third down, you know they're going to throw the ball. They run it the first 2 times. Then, of course, anyone is going to throw it on third down, especially when it's third and long. It's a dead giveaway what they do, and that's how they have so many of their drives kaput, stopped. So if they were to change up that, I know that's not really Zach Wilson's fault, that falls on coaching. I don't like the whole idea of a defensive coordinator as a coach, and I'm the same thing with an offensive coordinator as a coach. This should just be coaching. We saw what happened last time the Jets had a DC as an HC, Todd Bowles. You know, next thing you know, few years from now, Wobble, he's going to be out, and he's going to be winning Super Bowls with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's the most New York Jets thing ever. Comment down below what you guys think.